Buddy, glad to see so many. It's good to see all of you. We got a full house today. That's exciting. Okay, I would like to set the circle. So let's all connect to our hearts first and just feel that peace that resides in our hearts. And maybe breathing a calm breath in and breathing out any stress or anxiety or tension, anything that came before our circle, and just letting it go. And then the next in-breath, let's call in all our teams of protection, our teams who bring us clarity, and invite all the light beings and light workers to support us and maybe help guide us in our vision today. And I like to bring in the fire, water, air, and earth in the four directions, the sun and the moon and the stars, and space for harmony. That it all works together for harmony in our circle, all around us and through us. And our circle is set. And so it is. Okay, let's go around and see where everyone is this morning. Just spend a couple of minutes bringing in, I don't have any paper here. I can't write this down. I was looking for paper earlier and maybe we could get an envelope. I'm at a different place. Yeah, these are all. Okay, somebody want to write down how many people we're going to bring in? There's just no paper here. I don't know where they keep it. I can't find extra towels and I can't find paper. So can I get someone who will write the numbers down? Thank you so much, Deborah. Okay, let's just take maybe 3 minutes. Say where you are, how many people you're bringing in, what your quality is you want to bring into this circle, and maybe a little bit about where you are with on your journey. Just a short catch up on how are you doing on your journey. And who would like to go first? So much enthusiasm. Okay, we'll do tag, and I'm going to call Arlie. Yeah, go Arlie.
Thanks, Sue. I'm Arlie. I'm in New Zealand. I'd like to bring in 16 people. What's going on with me right now is, drum roll, please. My daughter wrote back to me this morning, the one in the States, that we planned this entire trip around going to see her, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, it's negative and yada, yada, but it's an answer. So I'm all kinds of thrilled and delighted at this particular moment. I loved that Angelique brought up mothers who are rejected by their children this morning. So I'd like to bring the quality of joy into the circle. I mean, some opening is better than none opening, right? Of course, right.
Right.
So, and I will call on Lynn.
Thank you, Arlie. I'm Lynn Cashman. I live in Des Moines, Washington. Um, I love where I live. So kind of a cool day today, which is nice. Um, where I am, well, this weekend was a family gathering for my husband, a Cashman gathering. And that meant he had siblings flying in from Alaska and California. And there were kids and grandkids and cousins and great grandkids, and it was huge. And it was lovely. It was 2 days of lovely, where the extended family was part of it, and then part was just the siblings had their own little private, what they call their sibling council. And then we did dinner afterwards. And he's just got this beautiful family. And I think I somehow blessed I am that they've embraced me and welcomed me in to the clan. But at the same time, I'm just feeling kind of a loss because I've sort of lost that. All my sisters are all in some stage of, one who had a stroke and is in a long-term rehab, can't talk. Another one who's had some mental issues and is in a home. Another one who fell and broke her femur has been in rehab, and her husband, in the meantime, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he ended up in the same rehab place. And it's like, and my other sister's in a dire situation in California, in a living situation that is not healthy. And we're trying to figure out what to do. So it's like I don't have that. So I guess I'm in a place of being grateful and at the same time sad. I'm holding both because so that's kind of me today. And the word, did you want us to do a word today? My word is resilience, seems to be a good word for today. And I have 15 people and one specific situation with a person who is in a real tough medical situation. So that's me. And I'll call on Angelique.
Thank you, Lynn. Hello, everybody from the Netherlands again. I love to say that. It's so funny. It's really, it sounds like a news reporter or something, but I'm not. So anyway, it has been extremely hot here over the past week. Really, really crazy hot. It was so hot that we could hardly sleep at night. It was ridiculous. And today, for the first time, it's a little cooler and there's some little rain, and it's really, really welcome. So lovely to have this choking heat is not now anymore. So that's great. And it has been a crazy week too, not only because of the heat, but because of the atmosphere. And I noticed that there were some constellations with planets who were really opposite and retrograde and doing things that people really got stressed out from. So that was what I was talking about just before we started. And it was like Sharon, you shared from the situations, what you were about children rejecting, especially the mom, which I, of course, also recognize. But what I also found out, I'm definitely not the only one. There are so many, many, many at the moment, mothers, rejected mothers. And it's so sad. I mean, I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just speaking also for the children and for the grandchildren and for the family system, what it does with the system. It is, tragic, really tragic. So what I would love to say is that I send out all my prayers and my light and everything for today for all those mothers who who definitely don't see their children at the moment. And I bring in also a dear friend of mine who is losing one of their dear friends. They're really close friends, and 10 people from my family. And my word is optimism. And I hope that my battery will stay loaded, because I saw it was almost empty, but I had to say what I had to say. That is great. Anyway, when I fall out, I'm still with you guys anyway, from the heart, and I choose Robin. And if I don't see you within a few seconds, I send love anyway. Maybe you'll survive. Thank you.
Did you say me? I thought, okay. I'd like to bring in 19 people into our circle, and one specific medical situation with a friend of mine. What I'm bringing in, how do I put this? So you all were talking about mothers that have been rejected. Well, so I've been rejected by my entire family over the death of my mother. I was her caregiver. And the only one that has stayed close, remained in my life, is a niece. And actually, her mother, my sister, was awful to her. So,
Unknown caller.
sorry, call came in. So I have become her mother. She considers me her mother, and her daughter considers me her grandma. And so I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. What I'm bringing in because of that is I'm bringing in a spirit of adoption, because I have gotten to adopt her. And that's sort of a theme in my life. I've adopted some other a friend's grandchildren. They consider me a second grandma. So it's a wonderful thing to actually be alone and be rejected, because it's put me in a place of an ability and time to be able to adopt others that need that. How's my journey? My journey's really good. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Couldn't be better. I'm feeding the chickadees by hand. They land on my finger and take a peanut. I have very high vibration right now. And I pass it to my buddy, Evie, who also lives in Anacortes.
Thank you. Today I am in Plain, Washington, outside of Leavenworth. It's a little bit smoky from surrounding fires. I'd like to bring in 10 people, 5 family situations. I'd like to bring in air, water, and earth in terms of cleansing and renewing. And I've been distracted lately, and I think that has to do with my mom's dying process. She's at home and in hospice now, and she's showing some strength that on some different levels that's been really cool for me to hear about. And I'm going to bring in the quality of comforting. And I pass to Deborah.
Thank you. Wow. So I bring in the quality of courage that we all have, or we wouldn't be here today, having survived so much and thrived despite so much. It's an honor to be with you. I think of that because the more public I become with my documentary and my books, the more I feel attacked by sources I'm not sure where they come from. But I will not be discouraged. I will not stop, because that courage, right, is what matters. To persevere, to continue, to not be quiet. And yes, we suffer sometimes. All of us do, because we are so courageous and outspoken. But there is nothing more honorable and more inspirational than all of us who have persevered. And I thank you for being with me on this journey.
Did you want to bring some people into our circle?
Yes, I would like to bring my cousin, Jan. She is almost the exact same age as I am. She's even more outspoken and courageous than I am. Yes, she has some problems, and I want her, right, to have company too along this journey. And I have faith that it will be good. And I always bring my daughter, who is a doctor dealing with young people. I don't know how she does it, but I hope that give her more courage too.
And do you want to call on someone?
Can you mean call on someone who is no longer here?
Do you want to call on someone to speak next, share next?
Oh, okay. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Has Marielle spoken?
No, not yet.
Well, it's time.
So I'm Marielle from a city close to Montreal, Canada. I'll bring in again the same everybody related to my apartment building, including the many contractors that will work in the coming days and week. I had an operation today to remove a cataract, so it went well. So I will bring health as a quality. And next, I will call this Deborah, the other Deborah.
Thank you, Marielle. I'm Deborah. I'm in Sanford, North Carolina. I'd like to bring in 20 people. 3 personal situations. And my quality today is luminescence. It's just been really beautiful here today. I'm just sort of bringing that glow to all of us. And I'll call on Sue.
Thank you, Deborah. I'm Sue. So let's see, today I'm in Preston, just out of Issaquah. And I'm house, horse, cat, and dog sitting I'm bringing in 37 people. And my word is, there's so many words, I can't pick one. Transformation. And I feel like I hit a crossroads and took the high road. And now I can't wait to see what that brings me, because I was given this nice, safe word, and I woke up this morning and it was like, wait, I'm not accepting that. I know there's more for me to do, and I'm ready, and something shifted. And so now I just have to wait and see what it is. And I'll call on, let's see, who hasn't gone?
Sharon.
Sharon, you're next. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'm next. Sharon Raji Maynard, Whidbey Island, Washington. It's an overcast day here. It's beautiful. What's on my mind and heart today is similar to what's already spoken. My oldest daughter and I had our first conversation in probably a year and a half by choice. We had been separated, and we had a conversation yesterday, holding that same kind of resolution for mothers and children everywhere. And we both acknowledge it takes self-accountability on either part. As you know, I'm speaking to the choir here, to make changes. And so that was a wonderful luncheon opportunity. Also really aware today of what Deborah Levine was speaking to, because I have had people who are, I hold them in guardian circles, you know, guardian circles, which is to identify any attack that comes toward these projects, to stop that and remove them from our planet back to extinction. So holding guardian circles for those who are helping others get up out of the mud of the matrix of domination is still so important and necessary. Also, those mothers who are dealing with children who are in active addiction and active sexual trafficking right now in our world and coming into my space. So bringing situations of those into the circle of those dealing with those situations, and definitely those leaders and change makers that are in guardian circles. We will not let attack impact them as they expand. So I'm going to place 24 people into the circle, the situations in the world that are still manifesting from domination agendas into the circle. And the quality is authority. And I pass back to you, Sue.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you everyone for your shares, your catch up. And Deborah, what are the numbers that you have today?
We have 153 people in this circle. We have 11 personal situations and all the situations with dominator agendas. Earth, air, water, cleansing, and renewing in the circle. And the qualities are joy, resilience, optimism, spirit of adoption, comforting, courage, health, luminescence, transformation, and authority.
What a powerful circle we have. Okay. If I disappear, it's because the furrier showed up as a horseman. And I got a horse here that has to see him. So I am probably going to have to leave it a quarter till. So Evie, would you be willing to close the circle for me? Thank you. So what I'd like to do now is take all of these qualities into our meditation. So I'd like you to close your eyes, get comfortable, feel at peace and calm and receptive. Leave your cameras on so we keep our connection and we keep our energy strong with each other. And ask in your meditation, what do I need to know at this time that would be for my highest good? Or what do I need to know now that would help me become the change I want to see in the world? Or whatever question comes to mind for you. And envisioning a new world, a new cooperative consciousness, a cooperation to solve all the world problems by sharing. And envisioning this in any way that comes to you, or whatever else comes to you in the meditation. And we'll meditate for 15 minutes, and then I will call us back, or Evie will call us back. Happy journey.
as we start to come to the completion of our journeys, giving gratitude for all that has been shared. Let yourself get back into your body, being grateful that such a body is available. Take a few deep breaths and be ready to share or be present.
Before we share, Evie, I want to ask if there is anyone who does not want me to record the sharing. Just raise your hand. If you'd prefer to not record the sharing, just raise your hand. Okay. So I think just because there's a few, look, I'll take the recording off now. Okay, and it'll be private.